Hey, okay, I made a continuation. Chris, you're probably now on my website, jimsnaturalhealth.com, and you're probably checking out this section, particularly called skincare or hair beauty products and the caustic and dangerous chemicals that you find in many of the hair care products, relaxers, perfumes, fingernail polishes for our women. Now, I know it's going to be geared and message to African American, but it goes to any woman. So this is the natural health side. So we don't talk about using drugs and chemicals, but we talk about the dangers of them and where you can find them. So let's get started. I mean, when you want to make your move from chemical to natural beauty, want to look beautiful, smell wonderful, ooh la la, and have a good, great, healthy feeling without the overload of toxic creams, lotion, soaps, toothpaste, and other cosmetic products. Well, you see, this particular section is talking about natural Bible beauty remedies, serves as a solution to skip those harsh commercial ingredients and use natural remedies to keep your skin beautiful, soft, and healthy. Not only will you save money by doing these natural things, because all that stuff is you spend more. Did you know that African American women spend more money on beauty products than any other product in the country? Yeah. So we're looking good, but we're killing ourselves to look good. In other words, dying to look good. That doesn't go together. You see, by learning some natural remedies, some natural ways that you can do your hair, if you like doing your hair and your skin and all things like that, there are some simple ways with all the potential healthful side effects and chronic inflammation and cancer causing issues. Oh, by the way, there was recently in the news several articles that were covering that among African American women, they have the highest rate of uterine cancer based upon the hair relaxer they're putting in their head. Come on, my sisters, please, by God's grace. I mean, there's a natural way to do it. I mean, why would you want to go natural anyway? Let's give you a little quick background. You see, many people are not content with themselves and their image and often use a multitude of chemicals hidden in various beauty products to uplift their image while endangering their health. You see, the Bible gives a wonderful principle to those who have little self worth in the book of Psalms. And it says, I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. That's Psalms 139, verse 14. You see, the Lord says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. This does not mean you are to carry yourself in any unfashionable or untidy manner, but rather to realize your true value and not to compromise your health or the principles of God to allow yourself to appear like someone that you're not. See, a lot of luxurious body parts. Oh, yeah. I'm a guy. I know. You see, one of the most expensive parts of the human body is the integumentary system. What did that mean? Your skin. You see, your skin is composed, includes your skin, your hair, your nails, glands, and nerves. That's what we call in the medical profession the integumentary system. That's the largest organ on the human body, which is your skin, because it covers you from head to toe. You see, there are two reasons why the integumentary system, or the skin, is an expensive system. First of all, apart from the digestive system, most of people's money is spent purchasing various products for this system, putting on your skin, sisters. Second, because of the harmful products people use, they end up spending far more money down the road on medical bills after you spend all that money on skin products because you're in the hospital trying to pay the medical bills. You see, many cosmetics are worthless and others are pernicious, meaning they're dangerous. Cosmetic chemicals can penetrate deep into the skin, but also to other vital parts of the body, causing grave disasters. In the first book called Physiology and Hygiene by John Harvey Kellogg, who was a medical doctor, he states this: a form of paralysis which frequently occurs from this cause, cosmetics, is known as wrist drop, from the fact that the hands hang down when the arms are stretched out, the patient not being able to raise them. Now, John Harvey Kellogg, you probably heard of him. Of course, he's the guy who created Kellogg's cornflakes. He's dead now, by the way. But he was a great worldwide known physician. And he saw that even in his time, talking about the 1900s, women were using these cosmetic products, which are, I could say some were more caustic and dangerous things than they are now, but that's not true. Today, they're far more worse. But he was treating a lot of patients, women, who, when they held their arms up, their wrists would hang down. And it was caused by the chemicals they were putting on their skin and hair and face and nails, and it was causing this type of paralysis. So sometimes when you see these young sisters saying, hey, and that wrist hanging down, you want to make sure that's not a precursor to something's happening, what you're putting on your head and on your skin, on your lips, and on your eyes, all this other stuff. I mean, by the way, what are cosmetics? Well, according to the United States Food and Drug Administration, the law defines cosmetics as articles intended to be rubbed, poured, sprinkled, or sprayed on, introduced into, or otherwise applied to the human body for cleansing, beautifying, promoting attractiveness, or altering the appearance. This includes skin moisturizers, perfumes, lipsticks, fingernail polishes, eye and facial makeup, shampoos, permanent waves, hair colors, toothpaste, deodorants, as well as any component of a cosmetic product. I mean, some of the ingredients in beauty products aren't that pretty. United States researchers report that 1 in 8 of the 82,000 ingredients used in personal care products are industrial chemicals. And these include carcinogens, which means they cause cancer. They include pesticides, bug killing spray, reproductive toxins, so you can't have no more children, pesticides, and hormone disruptors. We'll talk about that later on. Many products, including plasticizers, that means chemicals that keep concrete soft. You're putting that on your skin, baby. It says, degreasers. You know what that is. That's used to get grease and grime, especially when you're using your dishwasher to turn it. That's a degreaser. Why would you put a degreaser on your skin? And they also use that to get oil and grime off of auto parts, but you put it on your skin. You see, and you got another one that's called surfactants, which reduce surface tension in water, like in paints and in inks. Imagine what that does to a person's skin, not to mention the environment. Let's give you some basic physiology of the skin. You see, human skin has many little mouths all over a person's body, which are called pores. These little mouths suck in products, whether safe or harmful, to the body. Thus, a person's health is greatly affected not only by what they eat through their mouth, but also what they eat through these pores. I mean, what should you expect? I mean, when you decide to go all the way natural. I mean, what's the benefits of going natural, doctor? Explain me, because I'm gonna keep buying all this stuff on my head and cream in my fingers. I got to look good. Good. What's the benefits of going natural? Well, the natural crisis, I mean, it's pretty normal. Breaking out may occur for some individuals when going natural, and this is normal. It is not the product causing the breakout. The skin of most individuals is full of toxins. How did it get there in the first place? This is due to health destroying habits and certain products which trap the toxins from being released freely. This causes a buildup of toxic waste, which contributes to health destroying lifestyles. When this happens, the skin is literally detoxifying this buildup of toxins, which manifests in the form of a breakout. A lot of y'all have them blackheads, whiteheads, and pimples. That's crap in your body. Your body's trying to get rid of out of your pores. And we put on all this stuff to cover the pores up so the stuff can't get out. Makes that skin look like cactus, jacked up. Sisters, brothers too, stop doing that. You see that? You say it may take an average of 2 weeks, sometimes more or less, for the body just to adjust to this new type of lifestyle. What are you saying, Professor? Well, it's like this. If you've been putting on those chemicals in your system for years and you suddenly decide to stop and go natural, it may take a while before your body to catch up. First of all, it's got to get rid of the crap. Did I say crap? Yes, let's use a medical term that's more friendly. All the toxins that are in one's integumentary system, which have migrated to the organs, your body has to get rid of that stuff. So it comes out the various ways that it releases toxins. How, Professor, does it release those toxins out of the skin in some years? Well, one, through the skin. Blackheads, pimples, them things on your nose when you squeeze your nose, all that wax stuff come out, those are toxins, baby. Comes out through your breathing. When you pee-pee, when you boo-boo, when you have your menstrual cycle, yes, see? When you sweat, your body's trying to get rid of toxins, you see? So when you decide to go all natural, your body has to make an adjustment. It's got to get, in other words, let's make it simple. When your garbage can is full, before you can put some more garbage in, you got to empty the trash can. And then once you empty the trash can, you got to clean the trash can. If not, the trash can gonna stink from the stuff that was making it stink in the beginning. I know it's kind of crude analogy, but that's what happens. If you got so much built up toxin in your body first has to try to get it out, to excrete it. Let me stop using the big word. The body has to try to get that poop out your boop before you can put some more stuff in your coop. So when you go natural, get rid of those chemicals, your body got to get rid of this to try to cleanse itself. Y'all heard, I'm sorry, I shouldn't use the word y'all. You all have heard the term detoxify. Let me say that again. Detoxify. That means to get rid of toxins built up in your system. So once your body gets those things out of your system, then it starts going natural. It makes a chemical adjustment, a metabolic change from having goop in your coop, which comes out in your poop. I need to stop using all these rhymes. It starts making a transition to try to intake in clean stuff, natural stuff. But after all, in the end, natural beauty products can help a person look better, feel better, and even smell better, babe. You know, your man may love how you look, but he take a whiff and he'd be like, I got to go to work. I know it's a weekend and the job closed, but I got to go to work. Anyway, you see, I mean, does God care what we do with our bodies and the products we place on our bodies? I mean, consider what Paul said in his letter to the Corinthian church. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of God, and ye are not your own? For you are bought with a price. Therefore, glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. That's 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 19 to 20. I mean, you can start with some simple lifestyle changes. Like what, Professor? Help a sister out and a brother. So your skin is only a reflection. It's only a reflection of what is happening inside your body. It only makes sense then that the first place you should begin for natural beauty is your lifestyle. A list of diseases and conditions such as acne, eczema, skin rashes, infection, dry skin, professor, dry skin, psoriasis, flaky scalp, and premature white hair. What? Premature? You mean that's not a sign of just getting old? Not necessarily. These can be signs of what's going on internally, and they're showing themselves externally. All of these things can be traced back to an unhealthy lifestyle. There's a famous writer, very inspired woman. Her name is Ellen White, who was a leader in health and healing, said in her book, The Ministry of Healing, disease is an effort of nature to free the system from conditions that result from the violation of the laws of health. So then, who is the greatest enemy of the body? You are. Did you say you are? You are. We are our own greatest enemy because we violate the laws of health. Therefore, we're hurting ourselves. Let me toss this out. You ever heard the term heart attack? Your heart doesn't attack you. We attack our heart. Explain that, Professor. The heart doesn't attack the body. What you do to your heart is causing the problem. And we say it's a heart attacking us. No, we actually attack the heart by giving it too much fat, too much sugar, too much grease, too much salt, not no exercise. So we're attacking our heart. And we have the Jethro Bodine audacity to say, you had a heart attack. No, brother, your heart didn't attack you. You attacking your heart by what you're eating or not eating, what you're not doing with your lifestyle. I know it's talking wrong, but I'm real because God loves you and he loves you too. He loves you so much, he don't want you to die. There's a text in the Bible that says, why would you die before your time? Come on now. And how about this? You've heard, many young people are dying of what they consider old age diseases like heart attacks. When I was coming up, I ain't gonna tell you how old I is because that ain't your business. But anyway, young people 15 years and under are having full-blown heart attacks. On the medical profession, we call it myocardial infarction, a heart attack. Kids, teenagers, athletes are having heart attacks. And we still have the audacity not to take the responsibility of what we're doing to our body, this incredible machine which created by the creator, when we have what's called a stroke. Grandma, you hear what grandma and sister so-and-so Ernest? We showing the sick and shut in list. What's wrong with the baby? She had a stroke. Lord have mercy. Bless her heart. What is a stroke? I'm not trying to be sarcastic or facetious. I'm trying to use raw facts and wake you up. What I'm saying is a stroke is what in medical profession, we call it a cerebral vascular accident. Cerebral meaning the brain. The blood vessels in your brain have ruptured or cracked or burst someplace, causing blood not to go to the rest part of that brain up there. And you have a stroke which affects those nerves, depending on which area it is, and the person is paralyzed on one side of the body. Or they got that facial droop. That's a stroke. Sometimes you can have what's called a small stroke, a small stroke or a mini stroke. We call them TIAs. You know, it's amazing in medical profession. We got all these fancy terms for simplest of diseases. We call it a mini stroke or a mini stroke, if there's such a thing, or TIA. TIA stands for transient ischemia attack. Again, we saying our brain attacking our body because it made a blood vessel rupture. No, it didn't, baby. That you did that. Lifestyle did that. What you consume. I have this book I wrote. It's actually on the same website. Go back, go to the top of the menu, and it talks about, it's on the homepage. Click any of those little pink buttons, and you'll find out where it says about what causes a stroke. And there's so many things. One is called food in the hood. Definitely ain't good. And how about this? Fat, like that. So our body doesn't attack us. We attack our bodies. But we use these terms to seem like it just happened. Oh, Lord have mercy. We blame the great God himself. Well, the Lord called her home. He just caused her to have a heart attack. What kind of God does that? Let's stop blaming God for what we do out of error. Now, I'm not saying that people don't get sick and have illnesses because of lifestyle diseases only. Sometimes we have issues and it's because of genetic issue, but there's a way for that. But we blame God. Y'all heard this term, well, they were just an act of God. Really? So God's in the murdering business? Let's keep on. You say, beloved, God doesn't do that. He says here, what then are the laws of health? There's some laws of health. We talk about God's moral law, the 10 Commandments. Do you know them? Let's not go there right now. There are some laws of health that our Creator put in place, and you can't violate them without some kind of, like Eddie Murphy said, well, repercussions and consequences, baby, repercussions and consequences. But let's talk more civil. It says here, what then are the laws of health? Otherwise, also said pure air, sunlight, abstemiousness. What does that mean? You got to practice a little temperance. You ain't got to eat everything that's on the plate. You ain't got to clean your plate. You ain't got to eat everything that's crawling, flying, swimming, or jumping and rumping. You ain't got to eat all that stuff. That's called having some temperance, okay? Where you learn temperance, listen up. One of the doctors also called rest. You get enough rest? We trying to work them 2 and 3 jobs, buy that Lexus, pay for that house that we don't need, and buy them fancy clothes and shoes and making our corn turn anyway. We ain't even get enough rest. We ain't getting the full 8 hours of sleep because we got to get that grip, that cheddar, that cheese, that money, baby. The dead don't spend money, don't you? Let's roll on. So these are some of the laws of health, known as a basic 8 doctrine. Let's go on. One of the doctrines is called exercise. Oh, you exercising, honey? And proper diet, which means proper nutrition. Don't mean everything in the bag, box, or can is not the best for you. And just a little side note, hint, 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 every little label that says organic ain't. Everything that says natural flavors ain't natural. Everything that says spices, it ain't a spice. It's made in a laboratory. Keep perusing this website, please, beloved. I'm not saying this to scare you. Yes, I am. I'm trying to scare you to help. So read on, look at all these pages and learn something. And as always, you have any questions, you can always contact a good doctor, Professor Lawrence. My website, you on. My email is there, and my phone number too. Please feel the call. And for those y'all that ain't got no health insurance, that doesn't stop the doctor by God's grace for talking to you free. Tell you some free remedies. You ain't got to have health insurance, but you can, by God's grace, have health assurance. Let's read on. It says here, exercise, proper diet, the use of water inside and out, and trust in divine power. These are the true remedies. These laws can be easily remembered using the simple acronym called God's plan. Godly trust, open air, daily exercise, sunlight, proper rest, lots of water, always temperate, and nutrition, especially plant-based nutrition found in God's nutrition guide in the Bible in Genesis chapter 1, verse 29, and Genesis chapter 3, verse 18. Now, that's a little inactive you can use to help memorize, but that may be kind of complicated. There's another one that's called New Start, Newstart, New Start. And each letter stands for one of the laws of health, and there are 8. New Start, Newstart, New Start. N stands for nutrition. The E stands for exercise. The W stands for water. The S stands for sunlight. The T stands for temperance or trust in God. The A stands for air. The R stands for rest. And the last T stands for temperance or trust in God. New start. Very simple. Those are the 8 laws of health that God designed. Nobody can escape them. Nobody can violate them without suffering the consequences. It's not, the consequences are not there as a result of you being ignorant, but they're there as a precautionary to help you. Let's roll on. You see, simply as they may be, these laws have proven to be a major success over a century. It is amazing how they work. A few years ago, there was called a Blue Zone study was done to discover the longest living people in the world. And when they did their research, they found longevity hotspots were identified in Okinawa, which is Japan, Sardinia, which is Italy, Nicoya, which is Costa Rica, and Ikaria, which is Greece. Among them were a group of people called Seventh-day Adventists in Loma Linda, California. This is a religious group who lives by these health laws, which are mentioned before. Are you ready to not only have a healthier skin, but longevity of life? See, I've been to a lot of nursing homes, to a lot of patients. You see, it's one thing to live long. That's called quantity of life, but it's not a quality of life. A lot of people in nursing homes wishing they were dead. You can live long, doesn't mean your body's prospering. You can live long and be miserable. God doesn't want you just to live long and be miserable. The Bible says in 3 John 2:4, it says this, beloved of all things, that blessed that you would prosper and be in good health as thy soul prospers. So that's what by obeying these 8 laws of health, and they're not hard, they're simple. You can have longevity of life. But Professor, this world is so messed up. I don't want to keep living out here. It's too dangerous. People killing each other. They poison the food. They doing all this craziness. So check yourself out early. Then there's a thing called judgment. That ain't gonna be good. So, beloved, live long. Trust in God. He has a wonderful life planned for you, ahead of you. It says here, if you apply these simple 8 laws of health to your life, if you know, I didn't say that one drug, then you will have a happy life, and you will feel and see the difference. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Okay, a little bit. I know y'all. Okay, let's not preach to me. I'm gonna keep on getting my hair relaxed. I'm gonna keep on putting dyeing my hair blue and green, even though I ain't a black girl ain't got no blue and green hair. I'm gonna keep putting them eyelids that ain't my eyes in. I'm gonna keep putting them eyelashes on, and Lord knows I ain't gonna stop painting my fingernails. And I'm putting the lipstick on my face. I look like I'm a clown in Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus. See, that's when beauty can kill. Oh, let me make it simple for you. You see, if you go to your local pharmacy or beauty store, and I can almost guarantee that a large percent of the ingredients listed on most beauty products include unfamiliar abbreviations, you've probably seen some, difficult to pronounce words, animal products, or some numbered dyes. By using these ingredients over time, people may be unknowingly killing themselves with cosmetics. I mean, is it okay to be killing ourselves slowly with cosmetics? This is what it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16 and 17. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of God, God himself shall destroy it. For the temple of God is holy, which temple you are. I mean, through many deodorants, lotions, soaps, toothpaste, makeup, shampoos, and powders, among other things, people are slowly committing suicide, slowly killing themselves. You see, the beauty industry sadly cares very little about people's health because their major concern is making some money, baby. Not about extending your life. I mean, King Solomon questioned why a person would want to die prematurely. In Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 17, it says, saying, why should thou die before your time? See, some of the common health destroying ingredients found in cosmetics, I'm going to list, there's a bunch of them. I ain't going to list all, but I'm going to list the major ones that you find. Don't take my word, please don't. If you got some of these lotions and chemicals, colognes, and hair relaxers and oils, read the ingredient. You'd be amazed what it is and what it's doing to you. Aluminum. Aluminum is implicated in the development of Alzheimer's disease and is possible a risk factor for breast cancer. You ever notice a lot of folks coming out with Alzheimer's, especially in the African American community, dementia? Why do you think that is? That's not by accident. You see, higher levels than normal have been observed in the brains of sufferers. Large amounts of aluminum are known to cause muscle and bone pain and weakness, as well as placental weakness. Women, you have placentas when you're about to have a baby. You see, aluminum is also found in eye makeup moisturizers, face powders, antiperspirants, and it's in toothpaste. How about this one? Benzoic acid. Benzoic acid is found in mouthwashes and deodorants. It is used as a food preservative and it is found in medicines. It is contained in coal tar and rosins as benzoin. Coal tar is recognized as a human carcinogen, which means it causes cancer. And the main concern with individual coal tar colors, which produce from coal tar are synthetic, is the potential to cause cancer. Turn around some of those bottles that you got of lotions and creams and relaxers, and you'll find terms like this called coal tar dyes called FD and C or D and C, followed by a color name and a number. I bet you find it. I didn't know that was in there. Of course you did. But I'm gonna put it on anyway. And when I get out of cancer, I'm just gonna have y'all pray for me. Put me to sick and shut in this. Okay. God's not pleased. Why are you shutting your life system? Then there's one called cortisone. Cortisone is a hormone from cattle and is used in medical creams. So you're putting some cow goop on your stew. Some of the side effects may include inflammation of your hair follicles, large purple or brown skin blotches, skin infection, thin, fragile skin, itching, small red skin lesions caused by dilated blood vessels, or even stinging of skin. And this stuff you find in all your lotion and your creams, which you put on your skin. Many skin creams and sunscreens contain animal products. The ingredients to look out for include stearates. These come from beef fat, cows they kill. Did you know when cows go to the slaughterhouse, they ain't throwing nothing away? They say the same thing about pigs. We eat on everything on the pig, from his rooter to his tutor, and they don't throw away no waste. The guts, the butt, the hoof, the hair, the eyeballs, the snout, the teeth. There, you're gonna see that again in some form. Listen up. They call that stuff beef or stearic acid. Anything with the prefix STAR, although not all are derived from animals, is hard to know, especially specified on the label. Lanolin, casein, that comes from milk. Eggs are albumin, and then one called allantoin, reticulin, keratin, arachidonic acid, benzoic acid. These can come from vertebrates. You know what a vertebrate is? An animal that has a backbone, you see? And then, although some can be found in berries, there's cholesterol, L-cysteine, lecithin, which may come from eggs. And then you got, it's called myrstaric acid, also called isopropyl myrsterate or myrsterol. Man, they make this up so Kim, like you speaking a foreign language. Then there's oleomyristolate, myristorol ether, sulfate, oleic acid, palmitic acid, squalene. That comes from sharks, by the way. Yeah, Jaws, baby. Jaws will bite you in the water like he ought to. And then when he die, y'all take his lye and put it on your skin, and then you're gonna be done in. I need to stop making rhymes because they don't make sense. Okay. Then you have what's called palmitic acid, and then you have what's called tallow. That comes from pigs, oink oink. And cetyl palmitate, this comes from whales. Yeah, you didn't know that stuff you put on your skin and on your mouth and on your nose and your hair, did you? Turn those bottles around, look at them. If you can't enunciate them, leave them on the counter. See, estrogen. Estrogen is found in cow ovaries. Let me say it again. Estrogen is found in cow ovaries, but is also found in significant amounts in soy milk. Had your milk in that day? Estrogen is used in contraceptive pills, birth control pills, and skin cream, although there is no proof of the efficiency in later. I mean, they ain't making your skin no smoother, no brighter, no softer, no cooler. But you just put some cow over juice on your stuff. It's harmful to children, especially in large doses. Then there's another called ethanol. Ethanol is undenatured alcohol, and it is not permitted as a food additive in Australia. However, ethanol is used in mouthwash. You ever use that Listerine and gargle with, oh, and it burn? What you think is causing the burn? That's an alcohol. And we think, oh, my breath is fresh as a daisy and smell wheat because I gargle with Listerine. Yeah, and it's burning your cells up in your mouth. The good stuff that you need is burning it up, setting you on fire. And you think your breath gonna smell sweet to take you higher. It's not. Let's roll on. You see, these mouthwashes you find ethanol also in hairsprays and perfume. Yeah, anybody got his own cologne? Let me ask you this. Now, men, you guilty too. Why y'all women, when y'all put on perfumes and cologne, y'all gotta just splash it on like y'all take a bath and we smell it before we even see you. That's not good. And it's the alcohol that's carrying all those essential oils and pheromones and hormones through the air to get to us who are down there. We don't care because it's loud. Stop it. Let's go on. You see, dry skin ages faster than oily skin. Different kind of skin types. Fluorine, Lord have mercy. Should I talk about fluorine? And fluoride. I ain't said Florida. That's the state. Fluorine and fluoride. Fluoride is common in toothpaste. Other studies have shown that fluoride administered for the treatment of osteoporosis can weaken and decrease bone mass, though these results are kind of controversial. Other than they ain't gonna tell you the truth. If money's being made, they tell you it's all fine. Keep on drinking wine and keep on, you're gonna be fine. You dying, but keep on buying. Let's roll on. It says that the National Research Council findings from a study completed by the Fluoride Action Network in 2006 found that fluoride is an endocrine disruptor that can affect your bones, your brain, your thyroid gland, your pineal gland, and even your blood sugar levels. Fluoride. And do you know what they keep promoting? Your toothpaste has fluoride in it. 9 out of 10 dentists said fluoride prevents cavities. That's a lie. They paying them to say that. And by the way, I ain't trying to scare you. Let me take that back. Yes, I am. Did you know fluoride is in your drinking water? Yeah. And I'll tell you a bit of history. Did you know during the war, Hitler, when he had the Jews in the concentration camps and all that, and black folks too, by the way, black folks in the camps too, that they did experiments on to see the effects of fluoride on the human body. And they found, this is a historical fact, they found by putting certain per millions of fluoride in the water and having the prisoners to drink, caused them, their minds to be affected, and they were easily to be more so controlled because it diminishes the brain's ability to make conscious, moral, logical decisions, and also to be influenced by thought. You didn't know that, did you? So when you brushing your teeth is with fluoride, know what you're doing, what's happening. Let's go on. It said, then formaldehyde. Now, I know y'all heard of formaldehyde. Then again, you may have not. If you know of anybody who's ever died and had a funeral, and the undertaker or the mortician, they use formaldehyde to embalm the person so that you can stand up and when they have the funeral, look down at him. So he sure look good when he dead. His color look off, but that's formaldehyde. What does that got to do with beauty? Listen up. Formaldehyde is used to make stay press fabrics. The United States EPA estimated in 1987 that almost 5,000 workers would contract cancer as a direct result of exposure to formaldehyde. Formaldehyde causes mucous membrane irritation, your nose, your nostrils, your eyeballs, and mouth like that. And it causes a cancer as a direct result of being exposed to it. Didn't say drinking it, it says simply being exposed to it. You see, formaldehyde causes mucous membrane irritation, headaches, depression, memory loss, and dizziness, and ultimately cancer. Formaldehyde is contained in many household products, including shampoos, deodorants, detergents, and mouthwashes. Then there's these heavy metals. Heavy metals like mercury, cadmium, chromium, lead, and arsenic, just to name a few. All are associated with poisoning animals and humans. Then there's the thing, some of your food has this on there, but we ain't talking about food now. We talking about beauty products. They use a term called hydrolyzed animal protein. This is a fancy name, talking about monosodium glutamate. It says the hydrolyzed animal protein is used in cosmetics and shampoo. And they say soy and vegetable proteins can be substituted. You don't have to put no animal, ground up animal protein, bones and meat and guts and tissue and toenails and hook nails and hornnail on your food to have no beauty, baby. It's all kind of substitutes. Come on now. It says it's called lactic acid. I like this. Lactic acid is derived from blood, muscle, and milk. It is used in skin fresheners and as a plasticizer and a food preservative. Did you know whenever people, they don't say it as much now. People just say, man, I had a good workout. Woo, I felt the burn. Woo, that means woo, you ain't working out. As they say, no pain, no gain. You got to feel that burn. Well, what's causing that burn? That's a buildup of lactic acid, which is a waste product. You see, when the oxygen is being used up in your body, you've been exercising, jogging, ripping, running, lifting iron, swimming, doing sit-ups, pull-ups, aerobics, Pilates, or whatever you're doing, you use up all the oxygen in your blood, and that blood's put taken to your muscles to give it all the nutrient. When you use up all the oxygen in your muscles and tissue, release a waste product called lactic acid. That makes it burn. What your body is saying, you need to stop, rehydrate yourself, and breathe more to get more oxygen into these muscles which are cramping up. That's a waste product, but you're going to take that waste product. But where they get the lactic acid from, Professor? Well, at the slaughterhouse, they ain't throwing nothing away. After they get through cutting and gutting and grinding and finding, that stuff gets put into a big soup box. It gets remanufactured and it comes out in many forms. We just mentioned some shampoos, hair relaxer, soap, plastic mouthwash, and toothpaste, baby. So you get that lactic acid. You think you define yourself? No, you're not. You're simply embalming your own self. I know you don't like that. But that's the truth, Root. Let's roll on. Lanolin. What lanolin is, Professor? Lanolin, also known as lenesterol or lacosamide, DEA, fancy name, that comes from wool fat or wool wax. It is a moisturizing agent you'll find in sheep's wool. It is made often after the animal has been slaughtered, I mean, he's been killed, and they skin him. Lanolin may also contain pesticide residue from sheep dipping. What sheep dipping? You see, when they take them sheep in there to shear them and cut that wool off, then they kill them. They dip that sheep in this pit, this big boiling pot of chemicals to get all the hair off the skin so they can carve it up and cut it up and give you them lamb chops, baby. But that stuff gets into the skin, the flesh, the tissue, and the bone, and you eat that. Mm-hmm. Think about that when you're enjoying your lamb chop. Okay? You see, and that it's also found in sunscreens, moisturizers, perfumes, and pharmaceuticals, hair products, dish detergents, and it's even in your baby lotion, baby. Lard, not Lord. The Lard, Lard, that's pig grease, pig fat. And they use fancy term. When the pig is rendered, I mean, when he's gutted, butted, chopped up, cut up, and ground up, and make this big soup of guts, butt, horns, head, tail, and oink, it's lard. And you cook with it. Grease. Wonder why you got high blood pressure. Wonder why you got high cholesterol. Why you got a heart attack and having a stroke. Leave the Lord alone. If you don't leave the Lord alone, you're going to be calling on the Lord. Let's roll on. Lead. Lead is proven to cause infertility and sperm deformity. Men exposed, y'all know this upon Black history. The houses they painted, you use lead paint, and children eat lead paint, and all kinds of health issues as well. They don't have to eat it now. They put lead in some of your cereals. Yeah, even in your baby food. I'm in the state of Missouri, I'll say Missouri, and the men here have substandard sperm counts, which means they got low sperm counts. So when they get busy doing the jizzy, yeah, and when they had cheering, a lot of them can't have cheering because the sperm count is low because of what's going on in their skin, in their hair, in their mouth. See, Bible says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. That's Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. But don't stop there. It said, because you rejected me, I'm going to reject your children. Come on, man. Let's roll on. How about this one here? It said, some sources of lead may include Indian eyeliners and black hairliners. Let me see that again. You know, when I was a little boy, my mom, I thought it was funny because I would never say it because my mom would give me a backhand. My mama wasn't violent. Yes, she was. See, some women have thick eyebrows. Other women shave them off. Some women draw their own eyebrow with a eyebrow liner. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That eyebrow liner has lead in it. So as you draw on your own eyebrows, that stuff gets in your skin, gets in your blood, gets in your organs. You get all these health issues. Baby, I don't know why I can't raise my arm up. I don't know why 3 of my fingers look like claws, but I don't know either. But I'm still gonna draw that outline. I'm gonna draw it. Maybe kind of cricket going up this way. Come on now. Why do y'all do that? Come on now. Marine oil. What's that? Marine oil, also known as fish oil, is used also in margarine and soap. Mink oil. Mink oil is found in dead minks left over from fur production. It is used in shampoos, conditioners, and skin cream. Mineral oil. Mineral oil, often called baby oil. Now, everybody knows baby oil. Or white mineral oil is found in many cosmetics. Mineral oil is petroleum derived liquid paraffin, which means it comes from the ground cold. They make gasoline from, tar. That's where it comes from. When you apply that stuff to the skin, it gets absorbed and repeatedly can cause various negative hormonal effects, including ovarian dysfunction, endometriosis, miscarriages, and damage to the immune system. I've had a lot of patients, clients, women who have endometriosis or heavy menstrual cycles. And I try to educate them first. I don't prescribe drug. I give nobody a drug. I try to educate you about how this human organism, which is fearfully and wonderfully made, works, so you know what not to put in it. And if you have these health maladies, there's natural remedies, I'm going to say it, to cure them. Natural. You don't need a prescription. You don't need to have Blue Cross, Blue Shield, all these insurance. It's stuff you got in your refrigerator, stuff you got on your cupboard, stuff that you have on your kitchen table that are natural remedies that God himself put here for such a thing as this. But many of us, some of the older saints know. Talk to some of these grandmas. They got some of them down home remedies that work now. Some of them got some crazy stuff too. But some of that stuff they knew, they can tell you the science behind it, but they knew it worked because they did it. They didn't have insurance. So you had to treat what you had with what you got. And you learn they made many mistakes. I bet you y'all who are reading, looking at this film have been victim, I didn't say victim, have been partakers of somebody's home remedy. Musk, said Musk, M-U-S-K, not must. Man, you musty. No. Musk, musk. Musk is extracted from the genitals of deer, muskrat, civets, and beavers by a cruel and painful process. Now, let me tell you what that is. You see, we animals have these glands, some around the boo-boo. And when they kill these, some of them down there kill these beaver and deer, they don't kill them, they just catch them, get them legs, put them in this little vise, take these scissors or these pincers and dig up in there and pull that gland out. It's painful. Prefer the animal's dead. And they use that musk gland, those chemicals, oils, and all kinds of so-called beauty products. And one creature called a civet, and another one's called a beaver, that uses booty glands to flavor your ice cream. They flavor many ice creams with that gland from an animal's. I'm sorry, it's patootie from his booty. Don't take my word, Google it. Let's go on. Palmitic acid, contrary to the name, palmitic acid is not always derived from palm oil. It is often mixed with stearates. When we talked about stearates, come from animals, cow, pig, horse, which are the major saturated fat found in meat. Stearates are 40% of the fat in palm oil used in hair products and shaving preparation. So I'm not just talking about women, I'm talking about you men. When we put that lather on and let me get that shave, you know what you put on your skin. Panthenol. Panthenol is also called dexpanthenol or provitamin B5 and vitamin B complex factor. Panthenol can be derived from plants and animals, or it can be synthetically produced. Means they make it in the laboratory. Frankenstein makes some chemicals. Igor, bring the ball wax. Bring the fried left hoof of donkey and give me a big can of that BD. Don't forget them gorilla ankles and squeeze them gizzards. I know that's a bit extreme, but that's what they do. Let's roll on. That's called synthetically made, which means it's made in the laboratory. And it's used in shampoos, emollients put on your body, and it's even in food. Parabens, methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl. Parabens are synthetic agents. I mean, they're made in the laboratory, and they're used as a preservative to prevent mold from growing. Also used in drugs and topical creams. They are most often found in cosmetics, especially those that label hypoallergenic. This will not cause you to be allergic to it. You see, parabens are linked to breast cancer, estrogenic action, and infertility in males, and they promote skin aging. What they're saying in common language, brother man, they'll stop you from being able to produce kids, and they cause you to look older than you are. Have you noticed this? No, I'm not trying to be funny. This is a stated fact, and there's science behind it. In fact, on this same page, you'll find a video I placed with these medical doctors science saying that Black women age slower than European. That's not by accident. It has to do with melanin and other things. My point about it is this. Have you noticed you become a person who looks really old, skinky, all wrinkled, dried up, cracked up, and you find that's a young person? And then there's the flip side. A person who can be old as Methuselah and Moses dirt, but don't look like it. For instance, if I were to say, how old do you think I am? Watch yourself. Would you believe it if I told you I'm a little bit older than half a century? For those of you all can't count, a century is 100 years old. I'm not saying I'm 100. What I'm saying is I'm a little bit over half of 100. Let's do the math. 50 and 50 is 100. So he says a little bit over half. So that means he over 50. So you got to be between 50 and 55. Much older than that, baby. By the grace of God. The Bible said God preserves his people. Come on now. Health, obey those health laws. Okay, let's go on. It says here, then it's called petrolatum. Petrolatum, also known as petroleum jelly. Y'all heard about Vaseline. Officinal. Petroleum may contain aromatic hydrocarbons, which are also known carcinogen. Did you know that? Carcinogen meaning it causes cancer. It is used in food. Did you know that petroleum is in food? Yeah. It's in cosmetics as a hair conditioner, and it's in drugs as a skin protectorant and ointment base. It's flammable and may cause acne. Phenol. Phenol is a member of the group of compounds called aromatic hydrocarbons and is derived from petroleum or coal tar. Phenol and cresol are the primary ingredients in disinfectants, and both are toxic and known to damage the central nervous system. It is also used as an antimicrobial preservative in medications and cosmetics such as mouthwash and skin creams. See, they got a lot of fancy in there. I studied chemistry. I love chemistry, love biology. But some of this stuff is designed simply to make the person look sound like they smart. You using $50 words to describe a 5 cent simple information. I can't even talk a little bit. Take this for instance. It's called polyethylene glycol. You'll see this on the back of some shampoos. It's called PEG. Stands for polyethylene glycol. Okay, Professor, what is that? Okay, then we talked about it. Also called Carbowax, Macrojol, and PEG 100 to 700. These are liquids. PEG or polyethylene glycol 1,000, 10,000. These are solids. These are found in cosmetics and solved, we have to dissolve, rub it on. And humectant, they call humectants for bath oil, gives you that nice aroma. Wow. Woo, baby, that bath water smells good. What you put in there? I, I put in there some Epsom salts and some mineral oil and some essential oils to smooth my skin. Help me breathe, baby. Okay. You also find it in eyeliners, mascara as a foundation. Polyethylene glycol is known to cause renal failure. Your kidney's going to quit, and is used on burn patients. Then they got the polysorbates. Polysorbates are emulsifiers. What's an emulsifier? Cause stuff to stick together and not gum up. Emulsifiers are derived from fatty acids of animal origin and are sometimes called polyethylene 20, 40, 60, 80, sorbitane, sorbate, or tween. Polysorbates are used in drugs and cosmetics as an emulsifier, like shampoos, fragrance powders, skin products, eye makeup, and bath products. Then there's one called Pristane. Pristane is shark oil and whale ambergris and is used as a lubricant and anti-corrosive. It is also found in cosmetics. So a lot of times they kill these sharks. Think they just, oh, he killed somebody. The shark tried to bite the man. He was down there swimming in the water, and they killed the shark. Well, that's good. They killed the shark. He ain't gonna kill him. He ain't gonna kill him out. Kill nobody else because they killed the shark. So what they gonna do with the shark body? They're gonna cut it up, bust it up, cream it up, grind it up, sell the shampoo, and put it on your body. Same thing with whales. It's called ambergris. That means whale juice. Let's roll on. Then they got another one's called Quartinium 15. This is made using formaldehyde. Now, I'm not going to put all these, there are too many. But what I'm saying is, below, please read your labels. I could talk about rosin, shellac, squalene, squalene, steroids, tallow, tyrosine, and urea. Oh, yeah, urea is what it sounds like. Urea sounds like urine. Urea is urine. Come on, Professor. There ain't nobody pissing in no shampoo. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say pissing. I shouldn't. That's not correct. What I should say is uric acid, urea, liquid bodily waste. Urea, called carbamide, is found in urine and bodily fluids, but it can be synthetically produced also. Urine is used in mouthwashes. Let that resonate around your jaws. Did you brush your teeth, son? Yes, mother, I brushed my teeth. Did you piss in your mouth? Did you use the urine in your mouth? Mother, I would never put pee in my mouth. Did you wash your mouth? Did you do some mouthwash? Did you pee it in your mouth, son? Okay. Okay, it's used also for hair colors, and you find it in creams. Trust me, just turn your bottle around. If it says urea, I'm not trying to hint that, come on, man, ain't nobody peeing in no bottle and then stirring up in no creams and all and then sell it as no beauty product. Actually, I am. Yeah. Now, what does the Bible say about cosmetics? I'm not going to bore you. Just going to make this real quick, straight to the point, maybe. Actually, I'm going to stop it right here. If you want further information, I can give this to you, but keep perusing the website and being educated. You see, one of the worst things that we can do is lose the ability to think for ourselves. And once we do that, we can be guided, manipulated, bamboozled by everybody, anybody, company, doctor says so. We believe the doctor won't even question. Beloved, I love you. But more than I love you, God loves you. See, I'm not looking at your outward appearance. Well, sometimes I do. But it's not the major thing. As the Bible said, man looks on the outward appearance, but it's God who looks at the heart. You see, you can paint this up, glue it up, line it up, sew it up, get surgery. You can get the BBL. Y'all know what the BBL is, big booty lift. That's not changing your character, personality. You're worth more than grease on your face. The paint on your lips don't mean you got the right walk in your hip. You can put eyeliner and eyebrow stuff and fake eyelashes all on your eyelashes. Don't mean you see the truth. Does not mean that, my sister. My brothers do the same thing. We try to do metrosexual, blend the line between male and female. Come on now. We can do better than that. Anyway, enjoy the website. If you have any questions, please, you can email me. We can set up an appointment. You got health issues. It's all confidential. And let's help each other out. Like I said, by God's grace, God loves you. I love you. Beloved sisters, be well, live healthy, and y'all take care. Keep perusing the website. Got any questions? You know how to get a hold to me. In the meantime, take care. God bless.